Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I have two super quick gift ideas for you, either gift packaging or if you need to give gifts. So these would be great for little teachers' gifts. I went to Germany recently, as many of you know, and while I was there I picked up some of these fantastic chocolate lollies. So there's only a very small amount of chocolate, but it's on a lolly, it's on a stick, and some are Father Christmases and some are snowmen, so they're really quite cute. And I think you could probably pick up similar to this in your local Aldi's, Lidl's, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, you know, Waitrose. Anyone at this time of the year has these, Poundland, whatever. Wherever you want to shop, I bet there's somewhere that does little chocolate gifts like this. And they are smashing if you just want to give a little token to somebody. You don't want to give them masses, you just want to say thank you for their help and support throughout the year. You know, whatever they've been doing, whether it's a teacher helping with one of your children, or if it's a Sunday school teacher, or if it's your local lollipop lady, whoever it is that you want to say thank you to. For me, I want to say thank you to all my customers for staying with me all year. So for me, this is a fantastic gift for them. So I'm going to take some of the lovely Let It Snow paper, and this is still available. It's got snowmen and it's lovely bright colours. It's not, you know, traditional really, it's quite untraditional. And what you're going to do is you're just going to measure by eye. Okay, you're going to open your thing, you're going to work out roughly 1, 2, 3. So roughly 3 times is about 12 centimetres, something like that. And then I'll probably bring it back a bit. So maybe if we do 4 inches, 1, 2, and a wraparound bit, because you don't want it too big, so it keeps coming around the front. So maybe, yeah, maybe we'll go 4 inches or 10 centimetres. I think I might need to go a little bit over 10 centimetres, so I'm going to go 4 inches. The good thing about this is because it's 12 by 12 paper, you're going to get 3 out of that. Then you need to work out how deep you want to go. Well, I just want to have the feet showing, so he's a little bit of a surprise when they open up the packaging. So that's from about there to about there, so that's 8 centimetres. So then you're going to measure this way. Is that right? Hang on. I can't remember which way I turned it round. Is that way? Oh no, that's that way. Right, so this way, 8 centimetres. This way. There we go. And that one's a little bit smaller. We might see it and see how it works. So 4 and 8. I wonder which way you would go. I'd get more out of 8. Let's do 7.5 and see if I can't, because I reckon that's 6 inches, isn't it? So 7.5 this way, 4 this way, and then we'll get lots out. And see how many you're going to get out of one sheet. It's masses, because that wasn't even a sheet, that was just like a half a sheet offcuts. So you're going to start with that. I'm going to need more Santas, hold on. See, I got them in a packet like this. Ooh. So lots and lots of Santa lollies, and they made it back safely through everything, which was really good. Now I'm going to give you a little trick. I would use tear tape. God, I nearly forgot what it was called then. So see, I just want his little, I mean, you could put it up there or you could hide him completely like that, but the stick's down here, so you want to take it across the middle section really, where you've got the most support. And then I'm going to use tear tape because you're going around something, so there's going to be force that doesn't want to be broken, if you see what I mean. It wants to spring back open again, so we're going to use a bit of tear tape to stop that from happening. You could use wet glue if you want to, but then you have to hold it, whereas with a bit of tear tape, if I can get my, oh, where's that gone? There we go. Let's do this. There we go. Wrap it round there, and that holds it nicely. It also means that it slides, it's not actually stuck to your candy or chocolate, so that's okay. And that's easy to get off, you know, if they wanted to just slide the top off and see what it is before they et it, and if they didn't like it they could give it to somebody without actually ruining it, if you know what I mean. So we will continue to do that. I'm just going to do a whole, and if you wanted to you could have stripes, so it doesn't have to be the gloves, you know, you mix and match it however you fancy, like so. Pop your tear tape on, really quick and easy this. Put your tear tape, I would, on the one that you're bringing over, because that's just easier. And then lift under there. So wrap, wrap. I get a bit OCD and have to make the things line up, but that's okay. And again, they don't have to be absolutely super tight. So I'm just going to do a couple more, and then I'll show you how I'm going to decorate them, because although the paper's lovely, it's not enough on its own, is it? No, surely not. Not enough on its own. Sorry about that. It's my phone going off. I should have put it on silent. There we go. It doesn't usually beep at me, so it must be something quite important, but it'll wait. Okay. There we go. So that's another one. See, they're going pretty quick. I mean, you could obviously just tape them all up to start off with and then do them all in one go. I'm just doing them all on camera so that you can see how quick and easy they are and how I actually put them together. You know, because it sounds really simple sometimes. People say, oh, just wrap it up, you know, just wrap it with paper. And people go, well, I don't know what you mean. Especially if you're a new crafter, this might be your first Christmas giving crafty gifts, so you might not know how to do these little tricks. Okay, so there's those. Then I have punched out a selection of trees and sparkles, and even though that's sort of goldish, I think with this paper you could get away with silver. I think the silver looks better with the blue. Okay, so maybe on the gloves we'd do that one. And remember, I did this very same layering on one of my pillow gifts for retreat, and on one of my tags and cards. We did a card with this over at the weekend. I really like how this looks. So a few glue dots to hold the tree in place, and then we'll stick 2 dimensionals on that because it's quite a big tree to hold, but you don't want to put it anywhere that's going to wrap. Pop that on the front, and there's your little gift. I mean, it doesn't take much more than that, does it? But it's just a little something to say that I've been thinking of you. You mean a lot to me. Thank you very much for all your help this year with my child or work or family or whatever it is that you want to say thank you for. Your custom, in my case, thank you for choosing me as your Stampin' Up demonstrator. And then we can pop those on there. And the thing is that you don't have to really worry about the fact that whether the colours match or not. This is Shaded Spruce and this is Blueberry Bushel, and they're both colours that are in this paper pack. So pick the colours that are in the paper pack and they're automatically going to coordinate. Add some glimmer, which at this time of the year everybody should have in their stash. And there you go. Quick and easy gift giving. So I'm just going to change it up a bit. Do a silver one for that. Should have done that one a little bit tighter. Just be careful they don't just, when you hold them up, drop off. That one's a little loose, but that's okay. They're getting there. This time I'll put the Shaded Spruce on this one, just so that you can see what it looks like on the different papers. And you have a stack of papers, so you can do as many hundreds of these if you get this paper. There we go. There we go. So that's that one. Very quick and easy how to wrap up some chocolate. Okay, and then the other one that I wanted to show you was another little teacher's gift idea. Let's just get rid of that. And that is using one of our gold, very shiny gold metallic pizza boxes. So these are like our white pizza boxes that I showed if you saw my hashtag Elfie video last week. These are the, in fact it might have been yesterday, I can't remember when I've posted this one now, but no, it was last week, must have been last week, yes. So but this is the same as the white pizza box, but obviously it's made with gold foil. Now you have to be slightly careful with gold foil because any glue on it will mark it, so you have to just be aware of that and be gentle and careful. But again, something exceptionally simple. I'm going with the Perfectly Plaid trees again, but this time I'm just doing a square of the Perfectly Plaid papers, and you can decide which way up you want the design to go. So I'll just pop that down, and I am going to use my glue, but I'm going to make sure it does not eke out over the side of the box, because that's the problem when you put glue onto foil. That's when it goes icky, so you have to make sure it's stable. So I'm going to open that up, but I'm just going to put some paper on here. Not that I'm sticking that paper down, I just don't want it to shine on your face and in your eyes too badly. Okay, here we go. A bit more down there. There we go. Right, so you're seeing all my dining room lights. It's got very dark all of a sudden. So literally just that on there. I'm going to put I kind of want a swatch of ribbon like that, and then I'm going to put my tree on top. So this I'll do with snail, and the best way to do this is literally just put a couple of lines down the centre of your circle where you want the ribbon to go. I'm going to do it that way so it doesn't come out the other end, if you see what I mean. Yeah, it might still come out the other end. Just want to make sure that you cover your snail. Oh, I've gone Gilali, sorry. What I'm trying to make sure is that I cover all the snail. You just need to cover all the snail so that it doesn't show behind your tree, otherwise you're just going to have glue and that's not going to look attractive. So a little less on this side, and the good thing about snail is you can lift it, you see, and try it and do this again, and then we'll just chop it off there, and I think that's going to look good. Trim that off there so I don't need to take much more of that off. There we go. And then we will dimensional this into place. So one up there, and we're going to go for 3 this time because I want to make sure it's going to stick. And if there's a point where it doesn't stick, we will use glue dots to make sure it does, if you see what I mean. I think that's okay. There we are, that seems to have stuck on nicely, good. And then we'll use dimensionals again. And I mean, how easy and quick is this? Apart from me faffing around with the ribbon. And then they're food safe boxes, so you stick a cookie inside that you've bought or that your child's made at home ec, and that's it, isn't it? It's probably not called home ec anymore, it's probably called food and nutrition or something like that. There we go. And then you pop your little tree on top like that. So now when you fold it up, so fold your sides in. Oh, that needed folding. Make sure you fold them nicely. Fold your sides in, fold that in there, that in there, that goes in there. There we go. So now you've got a beautiful gold box which looks like you've taken hours over it because it's all shiny and pretty and it's got a lovely gold sparkly tree. You could put a little message or sentiment if you want to, but to be honest I would just hand it over like that. And then you've got your, now these I might put a little sentiment on, in which case I would just stick the sentiments straight over the top of the tree or above and below, but I think straight over the top with a little classic label punch. But I think I might just leave them as they are, because I still think they look really pretty like that. Don't you think they're nice? A little bit of sparkle with a little bit of chocolate. I don't think you can get better than that at Christmas. So there you go, 2 really quick teacher's gifts, end of term gifts, table favours again, whatever you want to call them at this time of year. I'm all about trying to do things quick and simple for you so that they're easy to make. So you can grab all the supplies if you haven't got them at home from my shop below. More pictures and details are over on my blog. I'll put the sizings of this up, etc. And then I'll come back again and I'll do some more stuff, but probably not Christmas. I think this is probably my last Christmas video. Shock horror. I think so. I think I might stick to birthdays and stuff from now on, because we do still have birthdays in Christmas around the December time, and they kind of get forgotten. So we'll be doing some birthdays next, I think. Alrighty, take care for now. Thanks ever so much for watching me, Queen Pip at queenpipcards.com. Cheers, bye.